What's up, guys? Welcome back. What am I doing in the intro? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you're having a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. I really don't know what I'm doing sometimes, but I do know what I'm doing right now, and that's going to be the Stranglers. We're going to finish out the album, Radis Norvegicus. I don't know why I was thinking Stratavig. What am I thinking? I'm dazed and confused right now. We're going to finish out the album with Down in the Sewer, of course, off the album, which was released in 1977. I hope that you guys have enjoyed going through the album with me. I hope that you enjoyed the music, first of all, like before anything. But I hope that you enjoyed me listening to the music and talking about it with you guys. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it in the comments and such. It seems like you have. It is broken up into 4 subsections. We're getting a little proggy here. Falling, Down in the Sewer, Trying to Get Out Again, Rats, Rally. So we're finally getting the rats, of which the album is named after. So let's go ahead and get into it. Down in the Sewer, the Stranglers. We really did go down in the sewers there at the very end. Okay. All right. First of all, before I talk about the music, I gotta say I love the sounds at the end. How we closed out the album, like, and you hear him in the echo. I'm down in the sewer, and that sewer. Listen, there was some heavy flow going on down there. You heard the squeaking of what I can only imagine are the rats themselves. He went down to go hang out with the rats. And once again, before I talk about the music, I'm sorry, but I have to acknowledge this line in the song. I tell you what I'm gonna do, gonna make love to a water rat or two and breed a family, they'd be called the survivors. And then he explains why. You know why? Because they're gonna survive. Okay, so I like how that last line gave a little context because that came out of nowhere and I was like, what? Like, I know down in the sewer you're getting down and dirty, but I didn't know he was thinking about getting down and dirty. But he explains he wants to breed a family of survivors because they survive. Rats survive. Kind of like cockroaches. But that just puts weird images in my head. Okay. Everyone here is on fire. This is a great song, no doubt. But I try to resist saying the same things sometimes. And yet when I listen to, for example, all of the songs in an album straight through, I can't help but focus on certain elements. I can't help but focus on Greenfield. The way that he's playing here, whether it's on the organ, ice cream truck just passed. Organ, piano, keys, whatever else that he's bringing in, no matter what he's playing on, he's always bringing such a light to the music. He's always bringing something so interesting, not only in the way that he plays, but in the sounds in which he chooses, because they always work so well within the music that the rest of the band produces. It's kind of like Ray from The Doors and his organ. It always perfectly accentuates the music and actually raises it. And that's what you want from all of the band members. You want all of their playing to raise the music. For example, the dynamics from Jet Black on the drums. I really especially like that last section where we speed up. That was just intense. Great way to do that. But the bouncing back and forth between Cornwell and Greenfield is really nice. Especially in the intro riff. And by the way, they kind of cycle through different patterns and different riffs that they establish in the beginning. So it's really cool to hear kind of like an overture in the beginning, which I think lasts about almost 2 minutes. And then they kind of repeat that later on, but just with different sensibilities. I think that's really cool. But if you listen to the beginning, you hear Greenfield and Cornwell, guitar and organ, and they kind of tango with each other. Cornwell is just providing a little bit of a more static guitar riff. It's more just a wow, wow, wow. And then occasionally he'll kind of bend the notes. You hear him, wow, or maybe it's wah wah. I don't know. Either way, the sound is bending. And then the way that Greenfield dances with him, it's just this really cool rhythmic pattern that kind of goes back and forth and crosses different lines. It's just really cool. And then the bass and the drums are really just providing that extra oomph in here. You get just a little bit of a nasty tone on the bass as we shift into the verse. But from there on, it's pretty smooth throughout. But I think that this would be a song. I think that this would be a song that like a fan of prog would enjoy. Because it's a little bit longer than the usual, but it's not about the length, it's about what's done with the length. And here, I think a lot is done with it. It's unique, it's dynamic, there's some great musicianship, really, from all of the members. I think it stands out really well. Let me pull it back up here real quick. Sorry, that was louder than I wanted to begin the song. Let me skip around a little bit, because I did think it was really cool. I think about here. So we hear the sewer, right? We hear him echoing in the back as he would do at the end of the song. But just that tone that Greenfield has, it's playful. It's kind of like a carnival, a dark carnival sound, the way that he's playing that. But then the riffing around it from bass and guitar, it's nice and crunchy. It's nice and dirty. It's just a really unique kind of sense. And you can hear the guitar in that portion. It begins to raise up in volume just a little bit. Wow, wow, Like, it's just really cool how they do that. They always have a character to them, and that's a lot of times played by Cornwell himself. But they really all have this unique and individual style in their overall style. That's when it all just comes to a final conclusion, a final climax. And as I'm looking at the individual sections, that we named off before, so Falling is the first section, and the music kind of starts off a little light. And through its dynamics in that intro and that kind of overture sound, you hear it kind of like coming down before you get that dirty riff on the bass, and then we get into the verse, which is going to be Down in the Sewer, in which he establishes, now we are down in the sewer. And then he says, trying to get out again, that's the next section, and that doesn't really work too well because he ends up still down in the sewer. Rats Rally, I don't know if the rats are eating him, like a Willard situation. I don't know if he's hanging out with the rats, and I use that term very loosely. Down in the sewer, picking up quite a lot of empty Coca-Cola cans, and there sure are a lot of them around here. There's some trash down there. How did I get down here? Well, it's a long story. I should have stayed down home, out on the farm, and kept my tootsies warm instead of freezing them off down here. There's lots of rats down here. You can see the whites of their eyes. They got sharp teeth, deep breath, and a lot of diseases. Now, what I was also thinking is maybe he's not talking about literal rats. Maybe he's talking about people. People say you shouldn't stay down here too long, lose your sense of light and dark, lose your sense of smell. I tell you what I'm going to do. Going to make love to a water rat or two, breed a family that we call survivors. You know why? Because they're going to survive. And then he really just ends repeating, I'll see you in the sewer, brother. I'll see you in the sewer. He's staying. He's going to start a rat family. He's going to have a rat wife or a rat husband and have some half rat, half human kids. Be kind of weird. Well, and this is totally off topic, but reading about the sewer and like me thinking maybe it's like people or something, it made me think back. There was this book. It was made into a movie, but there was this book called The Relic, and it was like a monster kind of mystery book story, but the whole setting of it was down in the New York sewers and the tunnel systems, and it was just really cool. They had, like, I don't remember who wrote it, but whoever wrote it came up with like a really great way of kind of describing it. Anyways, making it claustrophobic. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the song, but I hope that you guys enjoyed the album. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely enjoyed this song. I hope that you did as well. You can follow me in a bunch of places. You know the spiel. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, great evening, amazing morning, beautiful night. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.